Further ado, let's go ahead and chop these tree here, quickly to try to get the chest in this zone location. And there it is. We have a chest here. Hey guys, Mr. J here. Welcome back to another Frostborn video. Today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to do the ALFAR'S zone location. Of course, the solo zone location. So these are the items that you need for the solo zone location, right? I have a basic hat, a basic shirt, basic pants, and I have a basic shoes as well. This is kind of a level 2 shoes, but it's still a common shoes. It's pretty basic to get. Also, we have here the personal weapon, which is the cleaver. So we can get the cleaver here from the ship graveyard location. That's where we get the cleaver. And you can see here we also have jerkies, we have bandages, which will definitely need bandages here. Also, we have heal and salve to heal a bit faster. It gives 150 points to your health. Also, we have the speed pot, we have the armor potion, and we have the berserk potion here. All of this can be made in your camp, of course. Some items that you could get from the ALFAR'S location is the elven tool. Also, we can get meteorite, we can get clay. You'll learn how to find the chest, the hidden chests in the ALFAR'S camp here. Not everyone knows how to farm it, so today's video you'll also learn that information. Also, I'm using a level 3 Thrasher class, which is quite more powerful, does a bit more damage. Of course, the higher your Thrasher is, the more damage it does. Also, a good class you can also use is if you have the Valkyries class. The Valkyries is a really good class for this zone here, highly recommended. But I also highly recommend the Thrasher, or you can use the Sorcerer class, which any class could be used once you're comfortable with that class, once you know how to use it in PvE. And also, this zone is a PvP zone, so it's good to use, both PvP and PvE class, which a Thrasher is both PvP, PvE. You can also use the Sorcerer, which is both PvP, PvE. So another important thing that you need for the zone here is you need feathers and you need the horn right here. You can see the hunting horn. This is really important. I'll show you what the use is for. Also, you do need hatchets here. So the hatchets are to break the tree, to be lucky, to be able to get a chest. Further detail, let's go ahead and enter the zone location. So this is basically all the important items that you need for the zone here. First thing first, what you could do is you can quickly go for this right here, right? The chest, which will appear in a tree farm. But I'm just gonna lose this mob here, right? I'm gonna lose this mob here, or probably just kill it, because it's gonna be a little bit difficult to kind of shake off. So why not just kill it and done? So we have the stunt barrier thing here, right, to stun the mob, and he brought health a little bit low, which is perfectly fine here. I'm just gonna loot, and you can also get the stunt grenades, of course. So you also do need stunt grenades, and you need bolas as well. Forgot to touch on that early on in the video here. But further ado, let's go ahead and quickly heal. So this is the purpose of bringing a heal and salve, to quickly heal your character back to full health without using too much bandages or meat. That's the significance here. Also, you could bring these here strong hatchets to grab these right here, but that's not the main focus here as yet. We're gonna quickly go for the middle. That's the first thing that you should do. There's like a tower thing in the middle. Go ahead and quickly just speed pass all this. I'll probably have to reset, of course, here. Yeah, probably have to reset. Definitely have to reset here. So further ado here, let's go ahead and head to the middle, real quick. It's better to have the shield, so you can go straight to the middle here. And you want to find this right here, the altar, right? You can put right here. You have these, which are the hunting horns. They're not completely useless. And you could duplicate, these feathers here to get the right amount of feathers, to then be able to get the talisman. Now, I did go over a little bit, but that's fine. Now, the talisman, it have the monsters in the ALFAR'S camp. It let them do like 15% less damage to you. That's quite the amount of damage, less damage done. So that would be quite beneficial here for you in the ALFAR'S zone. That's going to really help you, of course, as well. But further ado, let's go ahead and chop these tree here, quickly to try to get the chest in this zone location. And there it is. We have a chest here. As I said, you might get hammers. You can also get speed pot. As I said before, you can also get elven tools. Now, these elven tools are very rare in the game, right? a lot of people need elven tools, and a lot of things you need elven tools for specific purposes. For instance, you can use elven tools here to craft a bunch of different items here in the game, new items of course. You can use the elven tools to craft the chest mimic here. That's one item you can use it to craft. You can also use it to craft the steel pickaxe. So you're going to need the steel pickaxe to basically farm the clay in this location as well. I'll also make a video on how to farm those for free-to-play players the best way. That video is going to be a little bit more lengthy. Just giving you guys the basic information that you should know in today's video, right? And also how to get the chest, because a lot of people don't know how to get the chest in the location. So today's video will also cover that and also show you the different items that are in the chest. Also, if you were interested in opening this location here, you'd have to unlock district level 80. I'll make a video on how to unlock district level 80 on my free-to-play account, and to show you guys the process. Also, I'll make a video on this channel here how to unlock the Great Tree location. I'll also make a video on that one. I'll also make a bunch of different free-to-play videos, so you guys definitely subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos on the channel here for free-to-play players. You can also see here we get more elven tools. We also have here the throwing hammers. These is for the dungeon. You know, as a free-to-play player, this is not needed unless you're in a family and you want to compete, which is super expensive. So I would not recommend to even look at that location. But hey, to each your own. Also, a thing to know is that there's only 3 chests in this location here. So once you've collected all 3 chests, you can go ahead and leave. But let me grab this as well. This is very important for the Great Tree. Also, the elven blood, of course, you don't want to leave that behind. Pretty important. So after you've collected all that, right, you can quickly reset the zone here, right? Once there's no one in the zone, you can reset and get a brand new zone. Then you could repeat the process here. As a free-to-play player, it's good to focus on one thing or to grab the resources that you're here for. Then you leave. That's the best thing to do. But for the ALFAR'S zone, I would also recommend to grab those trees as well. But for today's video, I'll mostly show you guys how to get these chests and also, you know, give a bit of tips and such of that sort. So let me see if I get the chests here pretty fast. All right, so that's going to be an issue. Well, technically not an issue. So we can take care of these mobs here. All right, it's way too much. I could definitely not take care of that much mobs. All right, let's just reset these mobs right here. 0. All right, let me go ahead and re-enter again. And the cleaver, the reason for the cleaver, right? The cleaver basically helps you to target a bunch of mobs at once. It's very beneficial to do that because you'll just handle like 3 mobs in a row. That will make your life way more easier in playing the game here. And to complete this zone here, let me go ahead and show you an example here. Let me grab this mob and also grab this one as well. So we can go ahead and use that real quick. Also, if you see birds in the zone, possibly there is a player here. This is a PvP location, so it's, I think it's best to quickly leave, or you could check it out to see if that player is friendly or not, or probably you'll even be dead by then. So just to be safe, right? You could leave if you have something really expensive on you that you don't want to lose. I think that would be the best thing to do, is to just leave the zone and not die. But further ado here, let's see if we there it is. We got a chest. So see if we get any hammers here, and also elven tools and elven blood. We got some elven tools here. So thus far we have 6 elven tools with only 2 runs, right? That is pretty lucky to get that much in 1 run. And I'm not even done getting all the chests here. There's in all the chests, and hopefully we get some more elven tools. This is very beneficial here as a free-to-play player to get these 2 items here. Now you can also make decoys with the elven blood. That's another benefit to having the elven blood, of course. You can also make the blood sausages, of course, but it's kind of expensive. And to get the whole oven, it's a grind of itself. But don't really focus on that for now. Just save up your elven bloods and save up on your elven tools as well. And also, want to farm the ancient tree, the meteoroid, all you can farm in this zone location. And be very vigilant here. As I said, it's a PvP location, you could die and they could take your stuff. Also, to get the steel pickaxe here, it's quite expensive, at least, right? Very expensive, bro, for free-to-play players. So it would be good to only bring your pickaxe to this location if the location has no PvP, if you're sure there's no one here. And I'll make another video to basically show you guys how to do that and how the best way to stay safe. So as I said, definitely subscribe to this channel here, as I'll walk you guys through the steps and how to get all the resources in the game. I'll also show you guys that as well, and also how to get armors and everything possible as a free-to-play player, how to level up in the game as well. I'll definitely make more videos on those. So this is how you basically get chests in the zone, right? Or you got 2 chests, right? There's only 1 more chest in the location. So I'm going to quickly target these mobs as well. And I want to use as much stun as I can, because I'm pretty much in low gear at the moment here, right? Boom, nice. Alright, so we did get some more hammers. It is good to kill the mobs as well. They drop good loot. You know, most definitely recommend to definitely kill the mobs in this location here. Alright, so another tip once you're fighting the Shaman in this location here is to ensure that the Shaman is, you know, you kill the Shaman first. You want to definitely ensure of that first, right? I'm kind of dying here, so let me just go ahead and just quickly, you know, probably reset a moment here just to, you know. Alright, let me just, because this is quite annoying here. Kill the Shaman first. That's my, you know, recommendation. Because once you kill the Shaman first, it will prevent the ALFAR ghost, or a ghost version replica of the mob here in the zone, to be present. Once they're present, you know, they're kind of annoying as well to have to do extra damage to that mob. That's going to be a little bit annoying. So further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and gather both of the mobs right here. And alright, they're pretty much close. This is where I want them to be. And, you know, sometimes it's best to kind of run away and heal a little bit to gain more health and to not die. So I think it's best to run away when your health is a little bit low. Alright, so further ado here, let's also go ahead and check for another chest, as I said before, to just reset the location here. Alright, so this should have a chest. There it is. And we're lucky. As soon as I talked, then I got the chest. Alright, so we did get some more elven tools here, and we have some elven blood. Alright, so basically that is all I need here, right? I'm quite satisfied here. And alright, so you can also see here that we did have all the resources that we try to get here, which is the elven tool. We also tried to get the elven blood, and that's the fastest way to get the elven tools and elven blood. Also, that's the best way to find the chest in the location, of course, by chopping trees. Hopefully this video is very helpful. You know, hopefully this video helps. And appreciate y'all for watching. Hopefully you like this video, and peace.